Hey everybody, welcome back to AJ's Gear Talk. I was told a while ago that when you feel good, you should look good. What do you think, guys? Am I dressed for the occasion? Do you feel I'm dressed enough? Well, let me tell you what the occasion is first off. I am privileged to have received from our friends over at Tease Guitars one of the first pre-production SBH E-Series guitars. It's the new SBH E-Series. And I can't tell you how excited I am to check this one out. I've been hearing a lot of great things about this guitar for a long time, and I'm now going to see it in its full beauty. So I thought it warranted getting dressed for. So that's what this is all about. A little bit about the situation before I get into the video. It's going to be done in two parts. Torsten has not requested, but I think would appreciate me doing an unboxing of this guitar, so he actually gets to witness my reaction to this thing as I'm opening the box. So this review is going to be the unboxing, first look, first impression of the instrument. And believe me, there are going to be plenty of people playing this guitar who are a lot better than myself on YouTube. So you'll get to see plenty of videos. And I will be doing a boatload of videos with this guitar in terms of demos and playing it and comparing it and all sorts of happy things like I normally do. So this is just an unboxing. Just want to make that clear up front. And Tease, a little bit about the company. For those of you that aren't familiar with Tease, it is a relatively small company out of New York that has been in business for just over 3 years. Just over 3 years. And the company is growing at a phenomenal rate. In fact, they're at a point right now where Torsten is actually looking for some help with his guitar luthier end of the business, setting up the guitars, pre-selling, that type of thing, making sure that they're set to spec, etc. And I'm so happy for him. I mean, he's the consummate professional. His hard work, his passion, his dedication has certainly paid off. And I couldn't be any prouder of him, and I'm sure most of the people that know Torsten and the company feel the same way as I do. So, without further ado, let's get into the show, which is unboxing the new Tease SBH E-Series guitar. And here it is. So, let's start off. Let me get my trusty letter opener. Let's start off and talk about this just for a second. This box is single boxed. This is not how you will receive the guitar when you order these things after they're in pre-production. Now, this guitar will be available to all of you sometime after August 20th. August 20th is the date that these orders that you place will land in New York, and then they'll ship out. So depending upon where you live, these will probably reach you sometime between the 20th of August and the end of the month of August. That would be my best guess. So right now, this guitar is in pre-production. And Tease is taking pre-orders as a result on their website. So again, this is single boxed because of that. But once the guitar is in full production, it will come to you double boxed. Here we go. I'll open this up nicely. Okay. right. We get it? We got that. One more. All right. And of course, even though it's single boxed, it's wrapped nicely. You have the bubble wrap protecting the headstock and the body of the guitar, and it is in a gig bag. So we'll slide that off. Take that bubble wrap off. Look at this. Caution. Sexy guitar inside. I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm going to leave that on there. The heck with it. It's covering the nice new... well, I got to show you this. It's important. I'll take it off just for this. This is the new Tease logo. That's embroidered really nice on the gig bag. I really like it. Okay, let's see what's inside, most importantly, right? I wish I had a drum roll, but I don't right now. You know, this is the No Frills channel, right? Everything here is no frills. Just the facts, as the guy on what was that show? Dragnet said, just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. Jack Webb. Okay. Here we go. Open this here. We're getting there. Suspense building. And it comes with the styrofoam here. Take off the rubber band. And this is a little tease, right? No pun intended. But you see that truss rod tool? That's a little hint as to what you're going to see later on. And the adjustment for the intonation tool is in here as well. Turn her around. Oh, do it this way. That would help, right? All right. We're getting there, gang. Wow. Oh, my goodness. This thing is awesome. Holy crow. Woo-wee. Look at the logo on the headstock. I love it. It's a new logo. Just the T. And people have asked for that in the past, and Torsten has listened and responded. Wow. This thing is nice. Look at the sparkle on this silver. Oh my goodness. Now, this color is called Silver Fox. I know Torsten had a contest, right? For naming the colors on the guitar. I don't know who the winner was for the silver guitar, but Silver Fox is the name they chose for this particular color. And it is a beauty. Look at that. Look at the sparkle on this thing. Can you see that, guys? Yeah, you can see that at that angle, right? Look at the metallic flake on this finish. It is awesome. Now, I am not one of the ones who Torsten sends this guitar out that has ordered the professional setup, right? That's an additional $50, the pro setup. This is not a pro setup guitar. This is what the average Joe will get, including myself. So all it says here on... Now, if you had a professional setup, Torsten would have the specs all spelled out on here. The string gauges you require, the string height, the specifics that you want per your playing style and have requested, that would all be on here. On this, he simply says, this is 100% our nicest guitar. And I can't argue that. This thing is a stunner. It really is. So let me just take this off. You want to look at the fretboard. Wow. Oh my God. This is roasted maple fretboard. Check that out. That's a beauty. So you got now a roasted maple fretboard and neck. But let's talk about the specifics on this particular guitar, okay? I mentioned the fact that this is pre-order right now and that the production line for anybody that's placed the pre-order, the guitars will land on or about August 20th and will ship from that period forward. So you'll be receiving your guitar between the 20th and the end of the month, I would assume, the end of August. One of the unique value props of this company is that they actually look at and set up these guitars before they leave the factory. Now, these are Chinese-built guitars, right? But they're set up in New York, right? They're set up and attended to in New York, where Torsten has his little, factory, for lack of a better way to describe it. It's more of his home and his business operation where they work on these guitars before they ship them out. What they do is they will take a look and set the neck relief on the guitar. The string height will be adjusted to make sure that these strings aren't, 8 feet off the fretboard. And this thing, I can tell you right now, these strings are about as low as you're going to get without buzzing. And that's typically what I'll tell people at the Guitar Center or my local guitar shop when I have a guitar set up. Set it up as low as you can without buzz. The intonation is set on the guitar. The frets are polished. And I can tell you right now, just feeling this fretboard, it's as smooth as silk. It's not dry. It's as smooth as silk. Because these are rounded ball-end frets that that Tease does, there's no sharp frets. It's smooth up and down the neck. They use 10 to 46 strings. Those are the house strings. If you have a specific requirement for 9s, 8s, whatever, Torsten will put them on. That's part of the pro setup. Again, $50, you can get this thing set up to any way you specifically want, if you want to customize your setup. Okay, body. It's a full thickness body, right? Belly carved, but full thickness. So it has a poplar body. That's the wood on the guitar. It has a belly carve, as you can see right here, right? And it has this carve here, an additional carve on the lower bout for, additional easy access to the shred zone on the guitar. Has an open route, as we all know, on the Tease guitars for neck and, bridge pickup modification, if you so desire. Every Tease that I've had for my playing abilities, which is a novice and a home hobbyist, these pickups are more than good for what I need them for. I have no need to pop these things out and put in other pickups. And again, these have the classic config that you'll find on the SBH guitar, which is the humbucker rail pickup in the bridge and the single coil at the neck. The rail pickup is a little hotter. It's measured at 13, and the neck is measured at 7.2. Now, you'll see this on this guitar, right? See this little switch right here? Right? That's a new feature. That's a coil tap capability for the humbucker. So you can get this thing split into a single coil sounding pickup to sound like a traditional Telecaster. And you still have the ability to keep the humbucker going and sound more, for more metallic shred leads, whatever the case is, thicker sound. So you've got a lot of versatility with the pickups on this guitar now because you have the coil split, which has been added to the guitar. So that's feature number 1 that's been added. Get that guy out of the way. He didn't pay rent. Allen key, adjustable chrome knurled knobs. So you see these knobs on the telly, they're knurled typically. Well, now you have, if you can see this here, this little hole on the cover, and that's where you can put that little Allen wrench. See the one here, the small one? And you can go in and tighten or loosen these knobs. So you can remove them by loosening them and keep them in place. They'll never pop off They'll never get bent. They'll sit in here evenly. So that's a nice feature that he added, the knurled knobs with the adjustable, they're adjustable via the key, which is kind of cool. A lot of guitars don't have that, especially at this price point. So that's a nice new feature on the guitar. 12-inch radius on the neck. Modern C, right? Very, very comfortable neck carve on this guitar. Modern C. What else? Let's see. The new feature I mentioned earlier, but I'll tell you again. The neck is now roasted. So you got a roasted maple neck and a roasted maple fretboard on the guitar. 22 frets. They're crowned and leveled stainless steel ball end frets. If you could see that or not, but they're ball end, smooth as silk. Really beautiful, beautiful fret job on this guitar. Another new feature on this model, which is, again, the enhanced and new SBH series. Remember the old SBH series had the truss rod adjustment up here on the neck where 90% of the guitar's truss rod adjustments are? They now have the wheel right here. Let's see if you could see that better. You see the wheel? Yeah, there you go. So it now has the adjustable truss rod wheel at the base of the neck, which is an easy access point to adjust. And this little bar here, if you can see it in here, you simply stick the bar in here, move it up and down, and that's your truss rod adjustment. Bidirectional, it's great. It's a lot easier, heck of a lot easier to do a truss rod adjustment than up here, and you're sitting here trying to figure out how to get the tool to fit properly and the angles, and that all goes away. So the truss rod wheel is great. Great feature. That's new. Pinwheel dual action truss rod adjustment. Bone nut cut extremely well, as they all are on these guitars. You don't have any overhang on these nuts like you find on some of these cheaper guitars. You don't have any sharp plastic edges on the nut like you find on other guitars. This is a well-cut bone nut on the guitar. Tuners, again, locking tuners on this baby. See them? 18:1 gear ratio. These things hold tune and stay in tune. Here's another new feature. You see that serial number on the back of the guitar? They didn't have that before. Now these guitars have a serial number which you can track on the Tease website. So God forbid your guitar gets stolen. You can trace your guitar through that serial number. Let's say you go to trade one of these things in later on in life at Sam Ash, and those sales reps are always a pain in the butt, saying they have to find out how much the guitar and validate what the list price of the guitar is before they give you a trade-in value, right? You can do that as well. When you put this serial number in on the Tease website, it will tell you what the MSRP of the guitar is and make that whole transaction a lot simpler. So that's a good thing. Here, another new feature. Etching. Tease logo etching on the back of the neck plate right here, which is a contoured neck plate, contoured heel joint, sculpted heel joint. Again, for easy access. And just really sharp looking. String through body. The neck finish on this thing is impeccable, by the way. It's real. The other guitar was great. This is crazy. Crazy. Brings that up to another level. It's crazy great feel on the neck. Barrel string trees. See those? You're getting better quality string trees to keep the guitar tuned, keep it from losing tune. You don't have those cheap, horrible looking string trees that you find on a lot of the other guitars, right? So that's another nice feature. What else? Let's see here. It still has, of course, the open route. I mentioned that before, where you can do, modifications to your delight. Let's see. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Full-size CTS pots, 500K pots. .047 orange pad caps. So all those beautiful internals are still here on this guitar. Pro Series three-way switch on the guitar, right? The feel is phenomenal. It locks in place. There's no slippage. Gavit wiring. So you've got really, really good quality components inside this guitar. Top quality components at a budget price. It's crazy. Yeah. So the guitar is phenomenal. I think I covered everything, guys. I'm just going to go over again what's new, because that always comes up. What's new and different since the prior release of the SBH E-Series, which was phenomenal as it was, and all the reviews substantiate that, to this now newly released SBH E-Series. So now you're getting this coil split capability on the guitar. You're getting a coil split capability. You're getting a roasted maple neck and fretboard. You're getting this wheel, pinwheel truss rod, bidirectional truss rod. You're getting a serial number on the back of the headstock, where you can track this guitar. God forbid you need to track it for whatever reason. You're getting a new headstock logo, which I really love, by the way. That thing is just a stunner. It's sharp as hell. Love that new look on the headstock. You're getting a neck plate edge. These are just niceties that just adds a lot of class to the guitar. A nice etched neck plate. You're getting the Allen key adjustment on the knurled volume and tone knobs. Let's see what else. I think I covered all of the new features, which are a boatload. Now, once again, if you want this guitar set up above and beyond what they already do on this guitar, for $50, you can get it set up to your heart's desire. Custom string gauges, custom string height adjustments, certain tweaks that you want on the guitar before it arrives. $50, you can get a lot of stuff done for yourself if that's the case. These guitars are normally $429.95, right? Which is what I think a Squier Classic Vibe goes for, roughly around or about that price. They're on sale on the Tease website now as a pre-order for $297.95, which is an absolute steal. That's the price of a Squier Affinity. And I can tell you right now, this guitar will blow a Squier Affinity out of the water. Not even close. It's the same price as a Fesley. A Fesley Telly-style guitar. I don't want to say any more than that. It's the same price as a Donner upgraded Telly-style guitar. $297 with all of the features that I just mentioned, and Torsten doing all of these custom tweaks on the guitar. Not custom tweaks, but attentive activities before the guitar reaches you, which is insane. So yeah, guys, I'm very, very impressed with this guitar from a first look standpoint. Now let's just see if it's in tune. It is out of the box. Now it needs to be tuned more, but unbelievable, man. This is the new Tease SBH E-Series Silver Fox Color, coming to your home soon. Again, these things will be available August 20th of this year and shipped to you if you've placed a pre-order for this guitar sometime after August 20th and the end of the month. Guys, if you have any questions on this guitar, please put them in the comments. If you like these videos, please subscribe and share the video. I will be back shortly at some point in time in the next couple of days with a demo of this guitar. and I will walk through the various settings and sounds on this guitar. And I thank my good friends at Tease for allowing me a sneak peek at this beauty. Until the next time, guys, be well. See you soon. Take care.